going on, kids? Today we're at the NHRA Motorsports Museum. Going to see a lot of cool stuff. Motorcycles and cars. I'm going to focus on the motorcycles, but I'm sure there's going to be so many crazy cars I'm going to have to shoot them. Losing my voice a little bit from talking too much last night, but here we go. Let's go inside. NHRA Motorsports Museum. You know, I've been to this Fairplex a million times in Pomona, California. Never been in this museum, so let's go inside and check it out. Hey, made it inside. You know, this is Henry Ford pretty much started the whole hot rod craze. I mean, because people started hot rodding these flatheads to go faster, because everyone wanted to go faster. So we're gonna get into some of the early dragsters. Hustler 1 fuel dragster, pretty cool. I'm just gonna give you a quick tour because look at that thing's awesome looking, man. Really cool looking. I mean, that's cool. It's so short. Really cool looking. It's double-sided, so I'm gonna have to do 2 passes, so you guys don't get dizzy. People always say, "Oh, I will get dizzy when I watch your videos." Look at that thing. What do you got going on there? 2 straight 6s? Oh no, 2 V8s. It's 2 V8s. Sitting slanted like that. Really cool. They told me they have motorcycles here, so they better, because they told me they do. George Bolthoff, world's fastest gas dragster, 1964, 65, 197 miles an hour. Imagine going 200 miles an hour in that thing. No thanks. Or the grenade right in front of your face and the rear end right between your legs, because the differential is right between your legs, like literally. This is different. 4-cylinder Ford. I like it. It's cool. What's back here? Trucks. Drag trucks. S10 2008 Sidewinder. Diesel powered, huh? People put a lot of money in the cars. Look at that. Look at that monstrosity. You can't tell if this thing is massive. Gale Banks Monster Max Super Turbo Duramax 7-liter. That thing's just crazy, man. I don't think we can fit that one in a bike. It's as tall as me. It ain't going in a bike. What do we got here? Oh, I remember this car. HotRod Magazine's 1960 Plymouth. I wasn't alive yet, but I seen it later in life. Hillborn injection system. Pretty cool. Wally Parks, 29 Model A Roadster, 1952. Alright, let's go through this room, and then I'll backtrack to show you the other side of those. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, though. Melrose Missile 3. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, I hate to say negative things, but drag racing is really struggling right now, and it really, really is. I was at the Nationals here in Pomona, and there was no one there, no one. They had the bleachers, the grandstands covered in advertising because there's no one here. Sad but true. They say the biggest turnout in the United States is in Minnesota. Because I guess people in Minnesota doesn't have anything better to do, so they wait for the NHRA dragsters, drag shows to come, because Grand Nationals, because there's nothing else to do. But in California, man, they're struggling. They're struggling all across the whole country. And there's only a few teams left. I mean, Forced and all, they kind of, and it costs so much to get into it. I heard it's like $100 million just to get in the game, to be, you know, top notch. So who has that money? I like these old school things like that. the 60s and 70s stuff. Wow, look how beautiful that thing is. That is beautiful, man. I'm gonna have to come back and take a separate reel of those two, because that is really cool. So is that. That's land speed record though. That's not drag racer. Definitely not a drag racer. Well, junior dragster. They got pretty popular in like the 90s for kids, which is a good hobby for a kid. Another land speed record. Bonneville Streamliner, 1953. Wow, that's early. 236 miles an hour. It's pretty fast back then, man. I'd like to have that body and make a streetcar out of it. This is cool too. Look how tight that cockpit is. It's so tight, man. It's so tight. Most people couldn't even fit in there. I could probably fit in there though. Chuck Porter's Hollywood. A lot of names that were big back then that people today never heard of. Like Dempsey Wilson, he made racing cams. I actually worked for his sons. That was my first job in California, working for Dempsey Wilson's sons. They used to make cams, hand grinded cams. Pretty big name back in the day. Now, no one's ever heard of them. Look at this jalopy. It looks like a jalopy. But it was something special. There's no information on it, so I can't tell you anything about it. But it's definitely cool. No information whatsoever. They told me there's bikes in here. There better be bikes in here. We'll go back that way. So, okay, here's some bikes. I thought there was a lot more bikes than this, but Gixxer. You know, it's funny. Suzuki dominated drag racing, road racing, everything, and now they're just nothing. They do nothing in racing. Nothing. They've completely left racing. I'm hearing rumors they're going to come back next year and take back over, but they were fast bikes, man. They were really fast, especially late 80s, early 90s. Gixxer ruled. No information cards. I can't tell you nothing. Sorry, guys. And I don't know my drag racing well enough to tell you. Let me go see what's on the other side that you can't get through because they have this dragster here and then they have a chain over there, but you can walk in here. But they're tight cockpits, man. Definitely tight. Look how tiny that front tire is. I guess it's never on the ground much. I don't know, it'd be pretty scary strapped in there, man, doing 300 miles an hour. Be pretty scary. And you got the differential right there. No thanks. I'll stick with my motorcycles. Alright, let's see what we got over here. I see a double overhead cam Honda, maybe? I don't know what that's doing in here. That does not drag anything. Yep, double overhead cam Honda. This is kind of like my digger frame. Very similar. Oh, I dig the front end. I wonder what that was off of. I dig that little front end. That would look nice on my bike. Yeah, that's cool. Cool exhaust too. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Looks like it's not as big as a museum as I thought it was, but it was $10 to get in, so very reasonable for a car museum. Some of them. Reno is really cheap, $5 for it used to be Harris Collection in Vegas, and they moved it to Reno. $5. I think the most expensive one in the United States is Peterson. It's like $50 if you want to see the whole thing. Look at that pretty car. That's some pretty paint there. Dragster up there. Skull Bandit. Skull Bandit did a lot of stuff. Cars, bikes, they did everything. This is really old school though. Not much to it. Just a small block Chevy with an alternator on it. Channel 29 Roadster. It's pretty. Channel means when they cut a channel up in the body and the frame goes in the body. So it really drops the car without touching the suspension. It's a lot of work, like crazy amount of work. A lot of metal work. Now I dig their front cooling system. I'm guessing this was just a pure drag car because there's no cooling system. No grill, no radiator, no nothing. It's a quarter mile and that was it. It's be an easy car to make a street ride out of though. What do we got here? 32 Ford. Oh, late build, 1991. That's a pretty late build. 173 miles an hour. I don't recognize that engine. What is it? It looks European to me. Let's see what it says. Nope, it's a Buick inline 8. Huh. They must have made the valve covers for it and everything, because I've never seen a Buick with aluminum fin valve covers. Straight 8 Buick. I had a straight 8 Buick. It was a turd. Got 9 miles to the gallon too. This is cool. Chrysler Firepower. 6 2 barrels or 6 1 barrels? Let's see. Well, it's an 8 cylinder, so it's gotta be 6 2 barrels. 6 1 barrels wouldn't be enough fuel. Yeah, they're 2 barrels. You know, these, I hate being negative again, but these early Hemis were turds. They're boat anchors, man. Especially ones out of a boat. They had no horsepower. This is a really pretty car right here. Very pretty and very hard chop job because you had to cut all this stuff. A lot of work into this car. Severe amount of work. 1940 Mercury Coupe. Hood's closed, so I can't see the engine, but it's really pretty. Extremely pretty. Well, it's not as big as a museum as I was expecting. But oh yeah, there's another side. There's another side, so we'll walk back that way. (1948) King and Hansen. What'd this thing do? 1949. It went 118 miles an hour. No thanks. Not for me. It's got treads hanging out of the tire. They didn't care about tires back then. Alright, let's see if we can... I think there's another side. I hope there's another side. Now, this thing's so cool looking. If you took this and cut all that out, put a bubble top in it with a rear engine, it'd be a really cool car. I mean, it's cool the way it is, and it's got history, so you couldn't never buy it probably. 236 miles an hour. Oh yeah, there's a... Did we go back there? I can't remember where we've been or where we haven't been. Yeah, we've been there. Yeah, not a very big museum. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching, man, and check out my shorts. I post a lot of shorts. I don't post a lot of long format videos because I mostly do Facebook and Instagram, and I don't know how to edit, so I'm just some guy with a phone, man, sharing my experiences. So You can check out all my reels on Facebook or Instagram. Same name as this page, L.A.Nik, that motorcycle guy. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Here's a real look at some of the early dragsters and the dangers they had. I mean, first of all, you have well, this one, because it doesn't have a blower, but if it had a blower, you have a grenade right in front of your face. But here's the real danger. You got that differential right against your crotch, man. And I mean against your crotch. Like your crotch is touching it. That thing could grenade at any second at 180 miles an hour. This car did 171, so far my favorite one's just coolness. The glass slipper, just super cool. It's a very cool looking car for a drag racer. That was a salt flat car, so it's not really a dragster, but that one's cool. This dual blower V8, even though it didn't do very well in top speeds, it only did 170 miles an hour, that did the same. That's just one engine with not all the work. This had a lot of work. I think what killed them on this car, my guess, was weight. Too much weight. Power to weight ratios, everything. Those blowers are heavy, all that stuff's heavy. So that's my guess. Because even this car right here, which is very minimalistic, and it did 170 miles an hour, so the same. It did the same as that, and look how simple this car is. That's not simple. So sometimes less is more, man. Perfect example right there. Let's see what this big block did. 197, almost 200. It's scary, man. It's scary because of that differentials in your crotch, where these cars didn't have that issue. Everything's behind the driver, man. So if anything blows up, look, open cockpit. Anything blows up, it goes that way, goes away from you. So, all right, guys, watch the rest of this video. It's cool. See ya.